is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Jacob Sailors now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
What happened? Oof.
At their own 27-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
We go tonight. 180. Set.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Lions have a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We go tonight.
To the air on first down. Here's Goff. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
180.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Value 1. Hold on. Check.
Goff on 3rd. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Cut. 180.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Cut.
Goff on 1st and 10. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On first down, it's Gibbs. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Like 20.
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26.
Tonight. 180.
Running it with David Montgomery. Gets to space right side. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
This is Henry on second. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
He rolls to his right. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Headed out right. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Got Dula. By 20. Ric Flair. Super one. Super one.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. And this one does not go far.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here.
180. Hey, Shell. Shell.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. That one complete to St. Brown. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Lions have a 1st down.
That's good. For the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
180.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the gun, Goff. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
The Ravens bringing out an extra defensive back on this 3rd down play.
Left. We go tonight. 180.
Third and long for him here. As the open man downfield. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Report. You change it. Oh.
1st down, here's Lamar. Short throw, tipped. Oh, but he still got it. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
It is so difficult to do with so much traffic. You're going to see the short pass gets tipped, and you really don't have much time other than to just react and make the catch. Exactly what he does.
Lamar now from the gun. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Alex Anzalone with the pick. And the Lions get the football on the first turnover of the contest. 2nd and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two. Choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You could play conservative, try to get to a manageable 3rd down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem, well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
180. What's that?
They go play action with Goff. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
180.
Gibbs now from the gun. Nice cut back to the right sideline. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot.
Wanna quit?
So first down from the 41. Handoff headed right to Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This is a heater going deep. He's got it inside the 25. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens chop some of the lead off before the half. DeAndre Hopkins the touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Sailors now on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
180.
Goff off the play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Right 20.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Taken in by Williams outright. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Right 20. Hey, Shell. What's that?
Again, it's Gibbs. And he cuts it. It's a foot race. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Hey, Kate, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
No, we changed it. Hey.
On 1st down, Jackson buying some time right. He can run it. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Jackson throwing here. And the Lions are there to bring him down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Not helping themselves with that penalty, and now lining up to try this 4th down. Play action now with Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Making the call himself. And as we kind of expected, it does not work out. So a little surprised to see him go for it. They're headed off after they turned it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Whirling!
On 1st down, it's gone. Downfield, and Tisslaw has it. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Ravens 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Throwing again is Lamar. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jack Campbell and the INT. And the Lions will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Pass intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Cut. 180.
Out of the shotgun. Goff. No place to go. Ravens take him down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
The kick is no good.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
They give right side to Henry. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Hey, middle. 180.
Fourth down, it's Jackson. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
180.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got second and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is second and 3.
20. Attack.
Another one for Gibbs. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Black 20. Turbo.
Goff looking to throw. It's 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
This one to Williams out left side. And he's going to wind up out of bounds a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage, Brock. So they're going to be looking to make up some ground here on 2nd down.
Hell you want. Here we go. White 20. Attack.
In off to Gibbs from the gun. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Goff now, 3rd and long. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This is going to be a 46-yarder. Bates' kick is up and good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he nailed that one.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. He's across the 35. And he'll finally be taken down right along the 40.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. Play fake, Jackson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Lions have the football at what looks to be the 37-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
Second down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Here we go. Hold on. Check. 2 up. Maverick. Hey, Tom.
It's Gibbs on the carry. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Goff now on third down. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions throwing 6 more on the blowout. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play.
And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Ali to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Looking to throw, Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
First and 10 from the 32. They go play fake with Jackson. He rolls to his right. Took off with it again. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. First down, Baltimore.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's going to wind up out of bounds a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage, Brock. So they're going to be looking to make up some ground here on second down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
It's close, but he's not going to score out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be first and goal.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and goal, Baltimore.
Trying to run with Henry. And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. Setting up, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Blitz coming, Lamar. On the move, headed right. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Ravens putting up points in a game decided. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. They are really pulling out whatever they can to try to make this game closer. That cuts the lead down by an extra 2. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And no luck. The Lions there to recover. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
First and 10 from the 43.
Super one. Here goes the 9. 180. What's that?
They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes second and 22.
180.
On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions on the favorable end of this blowout. It's a nickel set for the Ravens. Third down.
Cut. Black 20. What's that? What's that?
Running it with Gibbs. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Cut. White 20.
Motioning Williams left.
Cut.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Cut. 180. Attack. DC. 12. Attack.
They're going to pass it here. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Lions continue piling it on here in the 4th. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ali to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Ravens.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Trying to push deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Ravens making the scoreboard look a touch better. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Lamar and the Ravens all set for this 2-point try.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he will get into the end zone. That's going to cut 2 more off that lead. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Value 3. Value. Cut. White 20. White 20.
Off play action. Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up second down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Black 20. What's that?
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180. Mavericks wall. Dula. Orange, orange, orange. Jester. Cut.
Throwing again, it's Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this is a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
What's that?
Goff on 3rd. And he's got it, it's in close. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see, it's 1st and goal.
Cut. What's that?
Gibbs goes up and over for the touchdown. The Lions keep running away with this. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Hey, kill. Horrible. 14. What's that?
Goff's going to throw for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. I think we were all expecting to see the kicker there, but up big, they're still adding on with a 2-point conversion.
I think most of us, certainly the purists, would love to see the kicker there. Don't run up the score. But look, in the end, it's also on the other side, too. Stop them from scoring. Don't even let them put the 2-point conversion out. Keep them out of the end zone. You got a little responsibility to have some pride on that side as well.
And this drive will start inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now Jackson off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. Lions in the nickel. This is 3rd down. Play action. Here's Jackson. Headed out right. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
180. What's up?
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice... And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Starting from the 5. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your mans have been to jail before? Whoa. And all them other cats you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump. Alright, they go to click 911. All over some dump. Ain't that something? It's the mommy of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, what? I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, alright, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft in the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you they got you thinking that you Superman, I got the kryptonite. With my the mic, that's characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You whack, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother, I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them, who get it all in the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk, put them in the stand. You keep off, that you trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you the soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When the body burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma flung out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, hold up. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, hold up. Big baller. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, hold up. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, hold up. Street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again. Bouncing again.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise. The preseason, the regular.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters. Without the IR at the end, the reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than my 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard and live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape inside it, leave the beat flame. It was Rod Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove cup. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what am I doing? Hey yo, Preem, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats. Alright. 30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab. Alright then. Let's go, Nas. It's time. It's album time. Yeah. It's time. It's time. Black is time. Premiere album still gonna happen.
I'm just a wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun of me, got my with a tree. Blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get so. White son of a gun. Pay for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Couch, trying to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door.
Welcome to the NFL Draft.
Next time I'll be more discreet. Son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
Welcome to Superstar, a place where you will travel your own road to NFL stardom. Craft your own career, one that could lead to awards, Super Bowl glory, and even a spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But legendary careers must start somewhere, and this is your blank canvas, the humble beginning of an unforgettable journey. Before you take your first snaps, let's see what type of player you're going to be.
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-Pad, watching do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? They like, what he on? It's the Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a gone. Teach you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird hands, baby. Whoa! It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, man. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-Pad, watch do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them all. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out if they act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate them that's hating on them. And they both. I hate them hating on them. And they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Feel like he entitled cause he knew me since a kid. Now cut my granny off if she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth, but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel, yelling. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger.
From its annual home of Indianapolis. He's getting ready. Down into his stance. And here we go.
Pretty solid time for him, Kate. Didn't get the oohs and the ahs from the crowd here, but he showed he has NFL speed.
Coming up, here he is in the 40-yard dash.
We expected him to test very well here, and he did not disappoint. That's one of the best times we'll see today.
Coming up, here he is in the 40-yard dash.
We expected him to test very well here, and he did not disappoint. That's one of the best times we'll see today.
Next up, the all-important test of strength for a future NFLer. It's chest day, baby. Turn on the bench press.
You know, I can't really call that a poor showing, but I can't really call it a good one for him either. It's more in the solid to adequate range.
Now we'll see how many reps he can put up on the bench press.
You know, I can't really call that a poor showing, but I can't really call it a good one for him either. It's more in the solid to adequate range.
Now we'll see how many reps he can put up on the bench press.
Somebody's a regular in that weight room. As those reps went up, eyes got wider. And this is a total that will grab some attention.
Well, every football fan knows this. Explosiveness and agility are so important at every position. And now we're going to see how much he has of both here in the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
That's a good jump from him. That's in the ballpark of what we all expected. So that's going to check this box off for a whole lot of teams.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
That's a good jump from him. That's in the ballpark of what we all expected. So that's going to check this box off for a whole lot of teams.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
That's a good jump from him. That's in the ballpark of what we all expected. So that's going to check this box off for a whole lot of teams.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
Well, that mark certainly much shorter than we were all expecting. He really didn't get the explosion he needed in that leap.
So now it's his turn at the broad jump.
That's a good jump from him. That's in the ballpark of what we all expected. So that's going to check this box off for a whole lot of teams.
All right, it is time for the fastest event of the Combine. It's a showcase of how well you can change direction. It's the 20-yard shuttle.
That is such an excellent mark right there, and there's no doubt that he's got the quickness and the change of direction to thrive on an NFL field.
All right, now that we're through the athletic testing, time for him to get some touches and show that he's the playmaker that these teams are looking for.
That was a tough showing for him. It really was a chance to wow in front of personnel from every team in the league. But this performance, Kate, this performance fell flat. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. That was a tough showing for him. It really was a chance to wow in front of personnel from every team in the league. But this performance, Kate, this performance fell flat. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. There were some highlights from that performance, no question, but I'm not sure he answered all the questions or checked all the boxes that some of these scouts had with that kind of showing. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. That was a tough showing for him. It really was a chance to wow in front of personnel from every team in the league. But this performance, Kate, this performance fell flat. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. There were some highlights from that performance, no question, but I'm not sure he answered all the questions or checked all the boxes that some of these scouts had with that kind of showing. There were some highlights from that performance, no question, but I'm not sure he answered all the questions or checked all the boxes that some of these scouts had with that kind of showing. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him. That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up.
I'm in the tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home, stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, I keep going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you
When that
Real my circle, you can't fit.